Well, welcome everyone. Glad to have you here. And I wanted to introduce myself. I am Terry Witherell. I'm the new Executive Director at First Literacy, and I'm thrilled to be a part of this event. I've heard from so many people what an inspiring event it is, and I can already tell why. There's so much energy and excitement here. So we are here today to award college scholarships to 20 new and continuing scholars. Sharing in their success are their family members, teachers, and advisors, as well as First Literacy board members and friends. So welcome everyone. And to the scholars especially, congratulations. We are so proud of what you have accomplished already, and we can't wait to see what you're able to achieve in the future. And we're grateful to have the Honorable Marty Walsh here with us, the Mayor of the City of Boston. He's once again hosting this event. Thank you, Mayor Walsh, for being here. First Literacy awards scholarships based on a few things: a student's educational achievement and potential, perseverance in the face of hardship, and service as role models for their families, peers, and communities. So no wonder it's such an amazing event. Applicants for our continuing scholarships also must provide us with transcripts so that we can see how well they've done in school. So I'm happy to report that our 10 continuing scholars who are with us today have a combined GPA of 3.5. These impressive grades were accomplished while working and in many cases raising a family. Also, we're awarding 3 special scholarships this afternoon. The first is the Mayor Thomas Menino Scholarship, and that's in memory of Mayor Menino and his commitment to adult education in Boston. The William Berman Scholarship remembers Mr. Berman, his years of dedicated service to First Literacy, and his love of learning throughout his life. And this year we have a special scholarship. The First Literacy Board of Directors Scholarship is being given in honor of my predecessor, Sky Morrison Kramer, who served as First Literacy's Executive Director for 9 years and who impacted the lives of so many people during that time. And Sky is here with us to give that special award at the end. We would also like to thank the Hamilton Company and Eaton Vance Management for their support of our scholarship program. As you can see from the program, Mayor Walsh will speak, followed by Kathleen Cahill, who's a former First Literacy scholar and Bunker Hill Community College graduate. And Kathleen is now a student at Eastern Nazarene College studying social work. After Kathleen's remarks, First Literacy's Staff Associate Paula Dinser will introduce each scholar. When your name is called, please come to the front, right over here, to receive your certificate from Mayor Walsh and to have your picture taken. After their certificates are awarded, we'll pose for a group photo with our photographer. We know that many family and friends are here today taking pictures of this proud moment. So if you post any pictures on Facebook or Instagram, please consider sharing your pictures with First Literacy by tagging us. And we have our tag out there. Also, please join us. You might have noticed, especially if you were thirsty, that we have water and lemonade and some refreshments afterwards. So please stay to say hello to other people and enjoy the refreshments. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Mayor Marty Walsh.
Thanks, Terry. Thank you, Terry, and congratulations on your first class as Executive Director. And to Sky, thank you very much for being here. I love this event. It's a great event. I think it's my 6th time doing it now as mayor, and it's exciting because of the graduates. To all the staff at First Literacy, thank you for the great work you do. This wouldn't be possible without your great work. To Jeff Beal and members of the board, as well as our partners in higher education, thank you very much. To the graduates who went on to Bunker Hill, who's coming up here speaking? Bunker Hill? When did you graduate?
Last year.
Was I the speaker?
No.
Oh, okay. I spoke at one of them. But most importantly, the 20 scholars in the room, congratulations. You should be proud of your accomplishment. This truly is a great accomplishment. You earned this scholarship with your hard work, with your talent, and certainly with your resilience. Many of you, has already been mentioned, as raising children and having families and cooking dinner and doing that stuff. So I know it's complicated to do everything you want to do in that way. Some of you have overcome hardships and trauma. And I know that, I was talking to a bunch of young people today, talking about their education and the importance of being successful and the importance of not giving up, and also talked a little bit about what goes on in the kitchen, I call it, at home. And oftentimes those situations aren't very the Brady Bunch, where everything's perfect. Challenges of life come up and things are complicated. But you have continued on in that situation to get here today, so I want to congratulate you for that. Investing in your future is important, and being an inspiration to your children and your family and to all of us, including myself, is really great, so I want to thank you. Many of you in this room are immigrants. Some of you are first-generation immigrants. Boston is a city of immigrants. 28% of the people that live in the city of Boston were born in another country. 48% of the people that live in our city are first generation like I am. My parents were from Ireland. They came over here, my father in 56, my mother in 59. My mother just got her citizenship in 1995, so there was a big gap between her citizenship. And you know, I'm a proud son of immigrants, and I'm a proud supporter of immigrants. And it's important that, you know, immigrants help build America, help build Boston. And they continue to build Boston, continue to build America. Despite what you see on TV or you hear in the newspaper and that stuff, don't listen to it, because that is not who we are in the city of Boston, and that is not what we believe in the city of Boston. So I want to congratulate all of you here today. Your kids are the future of our city, and it's going to be a strong future because of you. If you look at the history of and the pattern of immigrants that came to our country and the next generation, I'm one of those American success stories, I suppose, the American dream, where two people came on a plane from a different land. They really didn't have many people here they knew. They had a couple family members, and they got married. They met here, got married, had a kid. One of them became mayor of the city of Boston. That's an American dream. That's an American success story. Something that if my grandparents were alive, they'd be very proud of. So I want to thank you for that. Just real quickly about my story. My parents didn't go to high school. They had a 5th and 6th grade education. I was not a great student in high school. I was not a great student at all. When I graduated high school, I didn't get into any college that I wanted to go to. I wanted to go to Suffolk. I didn't get in because my grades were bad. So what I decided to do is I went to Quincy Junior College for a semester, and for a year, and I got my grades up. And when I was in Quincy, I transferred over to Suffolk University, and I did a semester at Suffolk University. And I thought at the young age of 19, I thought I wanted to make money. And so I quit school, and my intention was to go back to school. And people said, you're not going to go back to school once you drop out of school. I said, I am going to go back to school. And that leaving college was a really bad decision I made. Then I went on to work for the Laborers Union and some other things. I ended up in detox, which is part of my story, alcoholism, because I was drinking and partying. I got sober. And when I got sober, 2 things I was able to do within a year is run for a year and a half, run for state representative and represent my district of Dorchester, and secondly, go back to college. That decision was probably one of the most important decisions I ever made in my life, because I got my degree at Boston College. I went to school at night. I worked in the day. I was doing life. I wanted to quit school every day, but I knew I wanted a degree. I quit millions of times, maybe thousands of times. I'd be sitting in the car going, I don't have to go in there. Do I really need a college degree? I'm a state representative. I'm doing pretty well. And my last class at Boston College, I'll never forget it. I finished my last class. I was walking out. As I was walking out the gate, I called my mother. She was the first person I called. And I said, Mom, I just finished college. I'm a college graduate now. And she was ecstatic. And then I called 2 people that challenged me 15 years, 20 years before that said I would never go back to school. And I called them both and I thanked them. I thanked them because for 15 years they were in my head saying, you're not going to go back. And I wanted to prove them wrong. And some of those times I wanted to quit, but that voice still went in there. So it doesn't matter when you go to school or how you go to school. What matters is that you continue to follow your education. So after today, and all of you are going on to college after this, when you're done with that, take the next step. Take the next step and continue to push forward. I was 40 years old when I graduated. Actually, I was 42 years old when I graduated college. I was not a kid, and it's something I'm very proud of today. So I know some of the challenges that some of you are going through in the room as far as education and deciding whether or not to go to school, but I guarantee you, you will be very grateful if you do that, something that's really important. When I think about Boston, I think about the picture that I'm looking at right now. You are the picture of our city. You're the picture of resilience, and you're the picture of who we are. And you're also the picture that drives me every day to get up and do this job as mayor of the city, to continue to do the job for everyone in our city, whether you're young or old, whether you're middle-aged, whether your skin is white or whether your skin is brown, regardless of the color of your skin, whether you're from Boston, whether you're from China, whether you're from wherever you are, Central America, wherever you're from, Haiti, Cabo Verde, it doesn't matter to me. It's about how do you make sure that you continue to move forward. This is an incredible opportunity. I'm going to stop talking in a second. I just want to say one thing about First Literacy. It's an incredible organization, and it's an incredible organization that allows incredible opportunities for so many people to be successful. And be that success story of First Literacy. be that story to be able to go back and talk about your story, your path. Nobody's story, and nobody's story is a straight line to success. There's a crooked line, there's leaps, there's valleys, there's peaks and valleys. There's all kinds of stuff that goes in there, mine did too. But at the end of the day, you have an opportunity to control your own destiny by making sure you get the education that you deserve and that your family deserves, and so you can feel very proud of yourself. Congratulations to all of you today, and God bless you. And I'm going to sit down now, let the next speaker speak, and then we're going to get to the awards.
Thank you, Mayor Walsh. I'd like to invite up Kathleen Cahill.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kathleen Cahill. I want to congratulate all the scholars who are present for your achievements that brought you here today. Just a few years ago, I was sitting exactly where you were, and I started beginning a new chapter in my life. I am honored to be here and to be speaking today. Thanks to the support of First Literacy and the staff at Julie's Family Learning Program who recommended me for the scholarship, I am halfway to earning my master's degree in social work at Eastern Nazarene College. Thank you. I began my college career at Bunker Hill Community College where I first completed my associate's degree. Well, it may sound like my life is all planned out today. It hasn't always been that way. If you saw me in high school, you would have looked at me and said, wow, that girl got it going on. Even though I looked all together in high school, inside I was filled with fear, doubt, insecurity. I always felt different. I never thought I was capable and didn't think much of myself. I was the type of person that could see good in everybody else except for myself. I had college looking at me for athletic scholarship because I was a really good soccer player. And I most likely would have received a full ride somewhere, but that wasn't my journey, and that's not my story. The way it went for me was, after high school, my problems got progressively worse. I ended up using drugs, breaking my family's heart, and falling into homelessness. In 2007, when I was still homeless, I became pregnant with my daughter. In 2008, I gave birth to this little girl that I named Gracie Francis. She was my saving grace. Shortly after her birth, I found out about Julie's Family Learning Program, and at that point in my life, I didn't realize I was about to hit a gold mine. Julie's restored me to the core in a way that was absolutely amazing. Julie's was the changing point in my life. The life skills classes at Julie's taught me how to set weekly goals and not to overwhelm myself, to take life a step at a time. I learned to stop thinking so far into the future and to concentrate on today. I learned you have to work really hard for what you want, but you also have to have balance in your life. At Julie's, I discovered that I am a good student and capable of success, even in college, that I never thought I could do. Walking through my challenges and fears has brought me to a place of success and confidence and a belief that there is hope on the other side. To all the scholars, whatever you go through in life, there will be trials and tribulations. Don't give up on yourself. As you see firsthand from my experience, you have the ability to overcome obstacles and achieve the life you want. I want to commend you for all your amazing achievements, and I wish you a wonderful future as you begin a new journey. And I know if I can do it, anybody can, so God bless.
Thank you, Kathleen. That was beautiful. I'm going to invite Paula up to read off your names, and when you come up, you can get your certificate from Mayor Walsh.
So welcome and congratulations, everyone. First, we'll start with the new scholars, the new members, and the new members of the First Literacy community. If the member isn't here, if the scholar isn't here, I just ask if there's someone who would accept in their behalf. First person is Stefan Augustin, who is from North Shore Community College. Next one is Geraldine Calderon, who'll be going to Bunker Hill. And Geraldine is also the William Berman Scholarship recipient.
Probably one time.
Yeah. Next is Julia Dupere from East Boston Harborside. Next one is Axel Ellis. And if Axel's not here, I believe his mom will accept the reward for him. Not his mom, okay, sorry. Thank you. His teacher, thank you, even better. Okay. Next is Gabriela Garcia from Pathways. Livany Gonzalez. Isabella Marquez. Tatiana Jean Philippe. Tatiana is also the recipient of the Mayor Thomas Menino Scholarship. Ariela Santos. Louis Urbina, I believe, is not here. Is anyone in the audience who can accept for him? No? Oh. Okay. So now we will award these scholarships to our continuing students who completed a successful first year and are moving on. First is Jocelyn Alain. You're welcome. Judelan Antoine actually received her certificate already because she had to leave by 5:50. So she's received. Adriana Echeverria. Adriana. Marie Joseph. Is Marie here? No? Okay. Edith Lorfis. Edith is, oh, there she is. Okay, perfect. Karen Preciado, I believe, may not be here. Oh, she? Can you accept for her? Great. Thank you. Thank you. Alexander Santos. I know Alex is here. Oimaima Segmawi. Vu Tran. Yves Verneret. She may not, oh, and someone here, would you like to accept for Yves? Thank you. So at this time, we'd like to invite former Executive Director Sky Morrison-Kramer to come up. Sky will present the First Literacy Board of Directors Scholarship in her honor. And the recipient is Julia Dupere.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you everyone for being here, and we have refreshments outside. Congratulations again.